online. Friendly orbital VSAT online.
What's going on, guys? My name is Hutch, and I make videos and put them on the internet. And today is it's another Call of Duty Black Ops 2 kind of day. And it's a couple different gameplay clips. The first one that you're seeing right now is it's a nice little spree that I got on headquarters playing on Meltdown. And I go on a nice little tear, taking down like I don't know how many guys, but I capture the headquarters while amassing quite a nice little score streak here. And then the second clip is a game of domination on drone, and the gameplay is not too important, as you guys have been able to tell if you've been watching recent videos. Lately I've just been ranting, and this is what I used to do back in the day. And in fact, I'm doing something that I haven't done in a really long time. I'm not really thinking about what I'm going to say before I start recording. I just hit record, and then I just start talking. And that's what I used to do back in the day, and that's what I really enjoyed doing. And then it got to a point where it just no longer felt natural, and everything felt forced. And so it's good to get this part of my mojo back, where I can just shoot from the hip and kind of shoot the shit for about 10 minutes here. But yeah, today's been great so far. Lately, me and Liz have gotten in this habit where we wake up every morning, and those of you guys who follow me on Twitter and Facebook have seen the pictures. I bought a projector and surround sound. So it's this 90-inch screen, basically. I mean, I don't know what you'd call it. It wouldn't be a screen. I guess it would just be projection. And then I got a pull-down screen so that it looks a little bit crisper. And lately we've been starting our days by I wake up usually after she does, and she's already made coffee and cleaned up a little bit. And then I wake up, I come out in the living room, and she's got a cup of coffee for me, and then we just sit down and snuggle the shit out of each other and watch The Daily Show and The Colbert Report from the night before. And it's been a very, very nice routine. And I've got a lot to say on the topic of my marriage, but you don't know how it's gonna be. You don't. And like I guess I didn't. When I asked Liz to marry me, I had seen her. It was the first time I had seen her in a few years, and I had only seen her for a couple days before I started asking her to marry me. And we've known each other for a long time. That's true, but neither one of us knew how we were gonna be as a couple, if we were gonna do well romantically, or if we had that kind of chemistry. Neither one of us really knew how that was going to work out until we just decided to try it. And it's been great for like the last month and a half. It's like we've just been developing our own little routines. And there were some parts in the beginning that were uncomfortable, like miscommunications, or maybe things about her that I didn't already know, and maybe things about me that she didn't already know, that all of a sudden you're confronted with when you're living in the same space, and when you're around the same person as much as we're around each other, which is pretty much all the time these days. I work from home, and she's not working right now. She's going to find something in Santa Cruz in a little bit, I guess. But I told her just to relax and hang out. But marriage has just been such a trip to start off with, because I talked about it before. I don't know if I talked about it in a video, but there's only things that you can learn about yourself when you're by yourself, and when you're forced to confront your own shortcomings and inner demons, maybe, if you've got those. When you're by yourself and you have no one to distract you, then you kind of have no choice but to take a look at those things, unless you're sufficiently qualified in distracting yourself, whether that be with massive amounts of video games, or smoking a shit ton of pot, or drinking, or watching movies all day. Anybody can distract themselves, but and then there are only things that you can learn about yourself when you're with someone else, like how much are you willing to compromise. And it's a fine line. It's a tricky road to walk if you're not prepared to sacrifice and examine your own shit. And thankfully, I love Lizzie so much that none of that is really hard for me. It's not hard for me to look at a situation and think to myself, all right, is there something that I'm doing wrong here? Or like, we don't even fight that much. We've gotten in like 2 tiffs, and we're both very sassy and stubborn, so we end up kind of throwing these saucy little lines at each other, and then one of us will crack a joke, and then we end up just laughing. But marriage has been nothing like what I thought it was going to be, and I mean that in the best possible way. It's not like I meant that it's not like I mean that I thought it was going to be bad. I didn't know what to expect. I was pretty horrified. I mean, I had waited long enough to ask this girl to marry me. I mean, I had waited years and years and over a decade. And I just wasn't going to wait anymore. And so in my mind, my options were slim to none. I mean, I had no options besides I gotta hop in on this now. Like, I really love this girl and I want to spend the rest of my life with her. And if I don't tell her about it now, I'm going to regret it for the rest of my life. And when I asked her, I didn't think she was going to say yes. I mean, like, I was hoping she was going to say yes, and I wasn't ruling it out, but I can't tell you that I thought for sure, okay, yeah, she's going to say yeah. And so when she finally did say yes, it was just such a incredible shock to me that I had to ask her to repeat it when she said yeah. And basically from that day forward, from the time she said yeah until now, it's just been me and her, very impromptu, like just building a life for ourselves. And the fact that she is my best friend, and I mean, like, there's the romantic part of it, and she's smoking fucking beautiful hot. I mean, I don't think anyone is universally pretty. Everybody is pretty in other people's eyes, but in my eyes, she's just so incredibly gorgeous, and that part of it's awesome. But I mean, if there was no physical attraction there, she would still be a good friend of mine, and that means a lot. And originally, honestly, guys, I had started this commentary loosely with the idea of expanding more on. Sorry about the noise. There's some stuff going on outside. I think it's a dirt bike. But originally, I had the idea to talk more about Respawn and what actually went down when it all ended with me and Nanners over there. And I still will. I think I might do that either later tonight or tomorrow. But I think you guys really like honest conversations, and I wanna give that to you about that. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a good day. Talk to you later. Bye.